Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Well, if you're new here, you have found a yarn channel. I love yarn, knitting, crocheting, pattern collecting, dreaming about patterns and things that I might make or am making or one day dream to make. If that sounds like fun to you, you are definitely in the right place. So Monday is the day that I like to kind of reflect back on what did I do this week? Did I get anything done? It's kind of a running joke, at least to me anyway, I personally think I finished a lot of stuff. Yeah, not always, no, but in my mind I do, right? Probably because I'm dreaming about those projects, and if I'm spending that much time dreaming about them, they might as well be done, right? Yeah, that's not how that works, but that's okay. So today we're going to go through and look at the things that I have worked on. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're here though. Appreciate that. So I was on vacation last week. I know. I kept talking about it. Oh my gosh. I didn't go anywhere. Not really, right? You know, we didn't really do anything. It was just me and my husband. Oh, we had the grandkids, but you know, it's just me and my husband and a lot of relaxing, and I got a lot of stuff done. So I did go to work this last week. You know, so my first week back after having a week off, right? You know, and surprisingly, I actually got some stuff done. I mean, not just at work. I actually do work then, but that's not what this is about. This is yarn. This is fun stuff. But I got some things done this week, which actually surprised me because, you know, I actually had to get up when the dog got me up. You know, and my puppy gets me up really early, and I had to actually stay up because then I had to go to work. Whereas while I was on vacation, I could go back to sleep. You know, so there's things like that, right? And then while I was on vacation, I was like every typical non-responsible adult, and I stayed up way past my bedtime, right? You know, that makes a difference. So having to go back to work, I really didn't think I'd get anything done. So gathering all my stuff for my weekly, this is what I've done, kind of what have you done for me lately in the yarn world? I was actually surprised, little shocked, not a joke. So we've talked about, it's July, and a lot of people do Christmas in July, whether that's ornaments or at least thinking about what gifts are we going to make if we choose to do that to give away around Christmas time. Yeah, I make socks. And I tend to not want to make socks come January till around June-ish time period. Nope, don't want to, because I'm like a child and I procrastinate on making my socks. And I give away at least 10 pair a year, right? You know, this is to my children, their spouses, my husband, and you know, sometimes an extra pair or two will slip in there, right? That's how that works. Okay, I started my first pair in June. Yeah, I got those done. And immediately cast on more. What? I'm being responsible? At this rate, if I get 2 pair done every month, I've got plenty with no real rush, and I can still work on some other things. So that's the responsible side of me. And I was working on my socks. So if you didn't see them, this was my first pair that I finished from my oldest son because they're the biggest, and I figure I might as well get the biggest ones out of the way first. That's like a size 13, so that's, you know, adult male. There you go. So really happy with that. And then I finished my second pair. This pattern is Cookie A. Where's the other one? Well, it's there. I got it. I did. But this pattern is called Monkey by Cookie A. She has a lot of interesting name patterns. The pattern's 16 years old, and it is a free pattern. So once I finished that one, I started another one. So I've got this. Where's my other one? So here I am on my second sock. So here's the first of my third pair of socks for the year. Oh my gosh, that is exciting. Yes. This is, I used for the trim right here, this is Knit Pick Stroll in one of their neon bright colorways, and I think it's perfect for that. And then the colored yarn right here is Cascade Heritage Prints, and it is a wonderful yarn. If you are interested in this, now I'm not a salesperson, right? I'm not getting any money for this. If you're interested in this, Little Knits, littleknits.com still has heritage prints. These are normally around $13 each, $13, $16, something like that, if you can find them and everything at your local yarn store. This is a #1, super fine yarn, machine wash, cool, tumble dry. Where's the other stuff on it? It's Cascade yarn, so it's a 100 grams, 437 yards. Like I said, a number one super fine, 75% merino wool, 25% nylon. It works up beautifully. That is what this is, right? That is what this one is, and the different colorways. And I got, on my last order from Little Knits, I got quite a few of these because they were like bag of 5. If you wanted 5 of one color, it's like $35. Otherwise they're like $6 or $7 each. Huge discount. Don't go buying yarn if you don't need it, says the person with the yarn wall. But if you like fingering out yarn like I do and you want a good deal, this is absolutely wonderful. And the Cascade Heritage prints are a color. They make so many of them, and then once that colorway is gone, it's gone. So it's just one of those if you're interested. I personally like it. I love it for kids' clothes too. Using knitting like a size 4 needle or something along that line works up well. And making kids' clothes with that nice wool yarn, or wool blend like this, if your children are allergic, sock yarn, they wear really well. So there is that. So there you go. Look at that, my second pair. Let me see how far. I'm gonna drop it, but look. I mean, isn't that cool? I got them started. So how exciting is that? And then what I was doing now, last year I was doing them 2 at a time with all my double pointed needles, and so far, knock on wood, I've been able to get through these 1 at a time, which is really impressive because normally I'll work on them and I want to play with socks, and then when I come back to it, my gauge could be different. Not a wise thing, not wise. So that's been kind of iffy, but these I've done 1 at a time. Well, the first pair I did them 2 at a time, but these last 2 with the monkey, I did 1 at a time. This one is a little bit smaller, and I know it doesn't look like it, foot size, than the green one. I did 1 pattern repeat of this, less for the pink one than I did for this one. My family, they get to pick out the socks that they want to. As long as they fit, they can have that pair. The one with the smallest feet doesn't normally get a lot of choices because they have the smallest feet, and I have to make socks specifically for that person. And my son, again, size 13, he's got the biggest feet, same thing. But I try to give choices, I really do. Well, I wanted to have another pair of socks on the needles, and keeping with my heritage print sock yarn, look at this. I know, right? So this, I know it's weird that I didn't finish the other ones, but that's whatever. But that's the heritage print, and the solid on that one is an opal solid sock yarn. How perfect is that? Isn't that cool? And the neat thing about this was a partial skein that I had left because I had made a top for one of my grandsons using this. And I don't remember which grandson it is. I think it's my son's child. Can't remember because, I make things like that with the boys. So that'll be really cool. If they recognize it, then Daddy can have the same matching socks, or Mom for that matter, as the son with the same shirt. So I thought that was kind of a neat thing. Okay, I'm a little dorky. What can I say? But I really like that. And my husband at first, when I cast on, right, I've got this skein right here, right? This beautiful color, and I'm putting orange with it. And, he kind of questions my sanity, but I like orange, and I put orange with a lot of things. But now that he sees that part worked up, I've made it through all the color repeats. So this is going to stripe through the whole way like that. And I made it through all the color repeats, and now he likes the fact that, oh, that is nice. That does look good with the orange. This is what's referred to as a plain vanilla sock. There's no patterning to it. The yarn does the talking. I've got a 2x2 rib for the cuff. I did 20 rounds on that. This is just stockinette, plain knit, just gonna knit the rest of the way. And then I'll do the same heel that I like. It's the heel flap and gusset, going back to the straightaway for the foot, and then finish off with a toe. It's the same as these, just obviously I didn't put all that patterned lace in there, but that's the same thing. So how cool is that? I am now working on my 4th pair. I know, I've only got 2 done, but 2 more pair are well in the works. That's a start. And we have to have different colors and different everything else that we're playing with, because it keeps the interest flowing. So I really like that going on. Really happy. Yeah, so working on my Christmas in July, got it going, making my Christmas presents. So that's fun and exciting. Some of the other stuff, if you saw earlier in the week, I've been working on the Grinches. And I've got the Mama Grinch, and I've got the original Grinch, and so here I've got these two, and then I've got the little one where I took the same pattern and I knit where it said to do, everywhere it said to single crochet, I did a knit stitch. So I got the little short fat kid with the mom and the dad, and I think it's absolutely adorable. And then thank you everybody who pointed out she doesn't have any eyebrows. She should probably have eyebrows. You know, I don't remember seeing them on her with the hair in the way, but I think she needs them. The eyebrows make a huge difference on all of them. They really do. And I still have my other two that I need to finish. I've got this one, right? This little guy. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I love the way that the eyes turned out, and the mouth's kind of growing on me. It needs its hair tuft, and then it still didn't look right to me, and I couldn't figure out why. Well, people in the comments said, hey, you're missing the eyebrows. You're right. And eyebrows make a huge difference. You don't think so? I don't normally think about it, but I remember years ago, a friend of mine who's a stylist, hairstylist, whatever, she does all that stuff, and she asked me if she could do my eyebrows, and I said yes. And then I came home, and it's fine, right? My hair was done and eyebrows and the whole 9 yards, and I came home, and then for the next, I don't know how long, my husband kept looking at me and said, what is wrong with you? Nothing is wrong. Why are you so angry? I'm not angry. What is, he kept doing that. And you know how sometimes you have somebody that continues to ask you a question, it's like, are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, until you get pissed, until you get irritated, right? That's what he was doing. He's like, what is wrong? It was because of the eyebrows. He said I looked angry. So he thought I was mad at him the whole time. And I was told I was never allowed to do that again. He said, no more eyebrows. He can't handle until they start to grow back, where every time he looks at me, it looks like I'm mad at him. So they make a huge difference. So now I know I need to put eyebrows on this one, and put the hair tuft and everything to where it'll match. And I think that is going to be, I think that's really what's missing. I thought I was going to have to rip out the smile, but I think once I put the eyebrows on there and the hair, I think it'll be fine. Oh wait, so this one, the eyes are closer together than this one too. Huh, interesting. So I've got that. And I do have another one. And one of the things that was suggested is I have these little miniature, well, not that tiny, but the little small sweaters that you can put on your Christmas tree, the hand knit sweaters. And it was suggested that I see if it fits the Grinch. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that adorable? I'll link this cardigan pattern down below. It is a free pattern. The cool thing about that, I don't have the buttons, but I could sew the buttons on, and I actually put in little buttonholes. So the little cardigan does have buttons that could button up. Now, the little Grinch is a little too big for that, but for a cute look, how adorable is that? Our little Grinch has its very own coat of many colors. Yeah. Here we've got the scarf, and here you got the coat of many colors. So I guess they're well-dressed Grinches. How cute. I mean, that is adorable. So this sweater pattern is the knit pattern, and it is one that Lori has attached. Lori from the Armchair Chef. She's another content creator. I'll have her link down below. She's got a month-long content, creator situation, the mystery yarn challenge for July. So she's got that, and I made the little the little knit sweater as part of that, and I think it's absolutely adorable that it does fit the Grinch. How cute is that? Like, oh my goodness, that's adorable. Let's see, what else have I been working on? Have I been responsible? Yeah. Describe responsible. Have I started anything new? Yes, I have. So one of the other ones that I worked on is, look at this. This yarn is an Arcane Fiberworks yarn. It's called a Burning Desire. This is a hand-dyed yarn, worsted weight, 180 yards. It's a superwash merino yarn. And the color right here is Burning Desire. The brim is charcoal, and the brim was leftover yarn that I had from making his sweater. So good uses for that. I have this much left of that 100-gram skein from the hat, and it's 21 grams. He would like me to make him fingerless mitts and a hat. I'm like, So I do have more of the charcoal. So I was joking about it, I could theoretically make the majority of it with the charcoal and the rim, you know, the top right around the fingers with this fire color right there. That would be kind of cool. He doesn't necessarily like the individual fingers. He wants fingerless mitts. He doesn't like the individual fingers, which, yay, I like that. That's so much easier to do. But I could do fingerless mitts with a top rim right here, you know, everything else in the charcoal, and then finishing it off with that, and then they match. Or, you know, hurt my feelings, I could order another ball of yarn. And I'm sure if I were to order another skein of this, one or two other things might fall into the cart. I mean, Arcane Fiberworks is in Canada, and he ships free to the United States if you get 2 or more skeins. $25 each, shipped to your door. Okay, so if I were to get another one of these, I would probably have to have something else fall into my cart, you know, because I wouldn't want to pay shipping. That would, no. So there is this. So this pattern is a free pattern on Ravelry. It's the Norway Pine Hat. You've got 3 full sections of this beautiful cable stitch, and even with such a busy yarn, it shows up well. And with those colors, the cables just remind me of like a poisonous snake. You can see that in little stripes and everything. And this is the moss stitch here, and I'm loving the simple elegance of that. It's double moss stitch. I like moss stitch, double moss stitch. I like things like that. To me, that is just so pretty. You let the yarn do the talking. It doesn't obscure. You have a pattern. You have a beautiful texture. It is stunning. And then I've got about 3 inches on the ribbing right here that he can pull up. I did have to decrease faster than what the pattern called for because the hat for him was going to be way too long. He didn't want it that long. And I did read in some of the comments that other people did something similar, but I did keep it, you know, to where the crown still looks nice. There you go. It was suggested to make a pom-pom with the charcoal color. If it were not for my husband, great idea. My husband's not a pom-pom fan, so I'll use that yarn going towards his fingerless mitts or something along that line. So yay me, I got a hat done. Oh, how fun. Yeah, so that's exciting too. And speaking of my husband, where did my other stuff go? Speaking of my husband, you might have saw I found some more yarn. Now, truthfully, this is my color. Oh my gosh, is this my color or not? This is Malabrigo. The yarn is worsted. I think that's how you say it. It's a worsted weight yarn, 210 yards, and it is that superwash merino wool. Look at that gorgeous colorway. And yeah, I'm gonna make him a sweater. It's gonna happen. So here's my swatch. I know I swatch. I don't know why I swatch. Gauges lie. What was the last 2 sweaters I cast on for him? I got a full skein into it and had to rip it out because it was too big. Gauges lie. So I have my swatch done. I'm ready. I have my ball of yarn ready. How exciting. Oh my gosh. And you know what? I picked out a sweater for him. Okay, so he picked it out, whatever. This is my Viking Knits book, and I absolutely love this. So this right now, you can get this if you're interested. Again, I don't have any affiliated links, but I'll put some links down below if you want to follow them, but they're not affiliated. So you can get this Viking Knits book. Viking Knits, who is it by? Lassie L. Matberg. I probably really mispronounced that name, okay? But you can get that on Amazon for like $16.95. I've even seen it go down to $14.95. I love it so much. I bought it. I first saw it at Joann. I got it 20% off. It's normally $29.95. big difference if you get it now. I loved it so much when I saw it go down to such a discounted price. I bought another copy and gave it to a friend of mine because, well, I love it. They must love it too. That's how my logic is. Yeah, that's how my logic is. So the patterns, this is my third sweater from the book. All right, my third sweater. The patterns are written to where you can understand them easily enough. They're simple construction. They use classic stitch patterns. There's also color work in here too. They use classic stitch patterns that just give a lot of bang for your buck. They're not too ornate. They're not too out there. They're patterns that your man will love, or you, because let's face it, they're unisex. They do have guys in them, girls in them, and children in them. So they have the multiple size levels and, you know, change of color, whatever. But they're classic enough to be a staple in your wardrobe. They're nice enough, depending on your color choice, and that's totally up to you, that the man will love them and the woman will love them. So it's an either way, a great book, a great pattern resource, no doubt. So again, this is my third sweater from this book that I'm working on. And that's impressive too, because a lot of times, look at that one. That's the Papa sweater. That was my first one that I made for him. Yeah, that one right there. So a lot of times we tend to buy books and we tend to buy patterns and resources, and they're eye candy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The patterns are great. The eye candy's pretty fantastic too. Just saying. They've got some good looking gentlemen that are sporting the knitwear. So, you know, you're pleased in all aspects. That's a nice way of putting it, right? If you're looking for a knit pattern book for a man in your life, I highly recommend this one. Price point is really good. The patterns are nice. You're getting those classic lines, things along that line. There you have it. Again, I don't get anything from telling you that. Just, hey, when I find pretty things, I want to share. That's all, right? I want to share all this stuff. So that is my next sweater that I will be working on for him, because he's amazing and I love him and he deserves all the wonderful things. And I can't keep all the beautiful yarn for myself. I mean, that's a gorgeous color. And let's face it, it's not like I can't wear his sweater. It'll just be bigger on me because I'm smaller than he is. Yeah, but I can still wear it. I mean, where do we think the term boyfriend sweater came from? I mean, come on, right? He's still my boyfriend. He still makes my heart just go like this. So there you go. So that's what I'm looking on for that. And, oh, I'll show that one next. I'll show that one next. So I was talking with my grandkids. Yeah, I'll show that one next. I should have showed that one next. I was talking with my grandkids, and did you see this one? I have this book. It is another 20 Search Press. By the way, so is that Viking books, 20 Search Press. Man, I tell you what, they are putting out some amazing crafting books. So this one is Crochet. Retail price on this is $11.95, and there's 20 patterns in it. I love this book. Every pattern has the same body. Every pattern has the same eyes. Once you pick those out, then you decide what other treatment are you going to add. What arms are you adding? What legs are you adding? Do you want it to be the elephant, the koala bear, the rhinoceros? You know, there's 20 different things. The seal, the orangutan. There's lots of stuff that you can do with that. Whatever you choose. So for simplicity, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Now it is written in British terms, so it says DC throughout, double crochet throughout. It's not. If you're in the United States, that stands for single crochet, and you'll make that mistake once and you'll realize, hey, mine doesn't look right. You'll figure it out. You got this. So look. Oh yeah, there you go. This is the head and body. This is the head and body for every single one. It's your color choices and what appendages you want to put on it that determine what it is. So I made this, and this is, okay, this is Alpaca Twist, Yarn Bee Alpaca Twist. This is a discontinued yarn that Hobby Lobby had on sale. 90% acrylic, 10% alpaca. It is a number 4 worsted weight yarn, 100 grams, 175 yards. That is what that is. Well, I have some of it. Why save it? Stop saving things for, save it for good. I got a lot in here. I'm going to die one day and there's going to be all this beautiful stuff saved for good. Oh no, I'm using it. Whatever. I'm using it. So I'm not dying anytime soon. That disclaimer. I just, like, one day we will all die. That's what I meant. Just nothing going on. Okay. So I got this. This is the head and the body for all of them. And then I grabbed the book and I had my granddaughter, my grandson here. I said, okay, pick one out. This is what we have. This is it. But depending on the ears, if we put long ears like this on, it's a bunny. If we don't put any ears on, we put little feet on it, it could be the duck, right? You've got the puffin, elephant, doggy, koala. I mean, there's 20 different animals. So we went through every one of them, and they've decided for this one, we're doing the puppy, and we want chocolate brown for the little stripe right here on the face. So we just decided that right before I turned on the camera. So I'll go ahead and get that done. And of course I have to make another one because they like the penguin, they like the puffin, and my grandson liked the rhinoceros, because while I was doing the Fun Size Friday, I've got a bunch of other little books like this, little critters, and I had one of the rhinoceros, and it's downstairs in the basement. They have a fort set up. They have the 2 tents that we have them, their tents in the sleeping bag, and then they have another table that's set up. So they've got like their little apartment complex downstairs, right? It's cool. And there's a rhinoceros on the roof, right? So he might want another rhinoceros to go with that one. I mean, imagination's a wonderful thing. So we might have to do something fun like that. But I just want to show you, this is it. Oh, the pattern calls for fingering weight yarn. I love fingering weight yarn, but crocheting this in fingering weight yarn with the smaller needles and yarn, it's going to be about that big, and I didn't want a tiny one, right? You can use any size you want. There you go. If you like bulky yarn, do bulky yarn. It doesn't matter. It's going to say change the size of your critter, but sometimes you want a bigger, lovable, huggable, stuffed thing. Not everything has to be miniature. You can make any size you want. So there you go on that. And I've just found out I'm making a puppy. When I first started, I was thinking probably a little duck, but I like the puppy idea. And again, they're all the same, so it doesn't matter. It's whatever color you choose. So that's a lot of fun there. And let's see, being the irresponsible person that I've been lately, I know, I picked up a sweater that I've shown multiple times, but just left it to languish is a good way to put it. I did all the what you would think of as the fun parts, and then I just let it sleep. Where'd my ball of yarn go? Am I gonna mess up my ball of yarn? Yeah, sure am. So this is the Scandens pattern, probably mispronouncing it. I've used Arcane Fiberworks. The yellow is Busy Bee, and that gray is the charcoal, the same as my husband's. This is the fingering weight throughout. And I am down to the sleeves, which I've been down to the sleeves for quite some time, but I just haven't started them. Look at that. That sleeve goes to my elbow. This sleeve, I'm working on getting to the elbow. So I am doing both of the sleeves. And the reason I'm doing them both is I had 4 total skeins of this yarn. I had 2 in the Busy Bee and 2 in the charcoal. This is what I have left, which is about 25, 26 grams left of the yellow. I am working with both ends right now because I haven't trimmed off the other end. And I've got about 40, 50, something like that yards or grams of the charcoal color. So I will have plenty. I don't know how long I'm going to make the sleeves. It is pattern-wise a long sleeve sweater, but that's a suggestion. I can make it whatever size I want to, what I feel looks comfortable, what looks nice on me, and whatever the yarn dictates. I've got enough yarn to make it long sleeve. We'll see. So there you have it. My idea, again, this is down to the elbow, the crook right here, right about there. So, you know, okay. So the idea is if I continue much longer, don't know, I can stripe in just like I did here, kind of like a fade effect type of a thing. I can do the same thing like that on the sleeves and end it off with that charcoal color. So I'll have plenty to be able to do that, to get that done, taken care of, and oh, I don't know, maybe get a chance to wear this. It is stunning, and I really felt like I had to jump on this? Well, for one, it's gorgeous and I'd like to wear it. Maybe not with this 9,500 degree temperature that we've got right now. Oh, no, 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 no. But when it does get cooler, this is going to be absolutely amazing. And I'm behind on a couple of sweaters. My husband, for our anniversary, got me a sweater quantity of the wild onion color with wine time that I could use as all of the accoutrements, and it is gorgeous. And I have that. I have golden hour. I have multiple colorways that Tyler, the creative yarn dyeing extraordinaire behind Arcane Fibers, has put together. My husband is subscribed to Tyler's newsletter, which was probably not smart on my behalf, or really smart. You know what I'm getting at. Because he knows me. I've been married for 33 years. He knows the colors I like. He knows what just fires my brain. And he's ordered from Tyler on his own, and I've been, like, our anniversary, and I just get surprise packages in the mail. I'm not complaining. I'm not. If it sounds like I'm complaining, oh no, 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 no. I am definitely not complaining. So I would like to use some of this gorgeous yarn that he has bestowed upon me, which means get off my butt and finish some of the things I got on the needles. You know, just a couple. And this is so close when you think about it, right there at that sleeve. I mean, that one right there, look, that's, you can see that's a full-on sleeve going on, right? And the color is gorgeous. And I like the, you can't see it as well on here, but you can definitely see it in here. The shadows, I know I described it before as like those little dirty bits. It's definitely not dirty, but you know, the little darker bits, the shadows in that yellow and the white, it just gives so much depth. Really enjoyable, and it really has a good background with this charcoal right here with this beautiful yoke, and this rounded portion of the neck is called the yoke. And doing that color work on there, this is my second color work yoke sweater. So wherever you are in your journey, whether it's knitting or crocheting, just know if you continue, you can get better. Each one of mine are getting a little better. They are, you know, there are some things that we need to work on, you know, right? We're all the same way. Some fit better. Some I've done better with the color work. I'm getting much better on my color work, making sure the strands are even. Practice. Yeah, it's all it is practice. And then sitting down and working on those sleeves, it's okay. There's so many things. Oh my gosh, there's so many things that I want to deal with, like working on my husband's sweater and all the Christmas stuff. And I'm excited to do the socks. And, you know, I've got this new crochet book with all these little animals. And once I showed it to my grandkids, you know, they're not going to be happy with just one, right? We got to make some more. Yeah, it's just absolutely a blast being able to do these types of things and enjoy that and enjoying life and just having a blast with all the yarn. Just let's just face it, having a blast with all the yarn. Being able to come in here and touch all the yarn. Woo, happy days, happy days. Well, anyway, that's what I've gotten done for the week. I think I've gone over everything. If I haven't, well, I'll show you in a couple days or what have you. But there is that. And that's a lot. That's actually quite a bit. So I'm really pleased with all of that. Let me know, what have you been working on? I love to hear it. I really, really do. And I appreciate each and every one of you being here and talking with me and chatting with me and liking the videos and commenting on the videos. Thank you so much. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.